Hi everyone, welcome to Sweet Talk with Swpea. Today I'm going to be talking to Silvana and Emma, our digitisers here at Swpea, about our latest designs that we've released, the Australian Birds Table Runner and the African Animals Table Runner. Later on we'll have James announcing the winners from our photo competition next week. Lots to talk about. Silvana with us today. She's our digitiser at Swpea who designed and digitised our Australian Birds Table Runner. Do you want to tell us a bit about the inspiration with that, Silvana?
Yeah, so I designed this because I love birds, and when I first got to Australia I was just amazed by all the beautiful colourful birds they have here, and I still get excited every time I see a galah. So I'll just talk you through which one's which. So this one is the sulphur-crested cockatoo. They're pretty common in Australia, especially in Brisbane where we are. They're pretty cheeky, and they get in trouble because they eat people's fruit off their tree. And then we've got the eastern rosella, which is this one here. They're quite a small bird, and they come in a lot of varieties of species. This one's the eastern rosella. And there's the pale-headed rosella and some other types of rosellas all across Australia. So if you want to, you can do this in different colours to represent each species. This one is the galah. So this one is such a cute little bird.
I think he's my favourite.
Yeah, they're so cute, and they're so sweet in their nature as well. And they're like pink and grey, and they're actually a species of cockatoo that most people, I don't think, know that. But they're just like a bit smaller than a cockatoo.
They're beautiful colours, aren't they? Like
yeah,
in the wild, they are really pink.
Yeah.
Really great. Like this is one of the ones that we have in our garden. It's a metal statue one, but they come in these beautiful pinks and greys.
Yeah,
they're beautiful birds.
They're just beautiful. And then we've got this one, which is I think my favourite, but I'm a little bit biased because I have a pet lorikeet called Rocket. This one is a rainbow lorikeet. They come in a variety of different species as well. So we have the scaly breasted lorikeet, and I think there's a few others as well.
They're all different colour combinations, aren't they?
Yeah, so the scaly ones are all green and they just have a bit of yellow on their belly. My lorikeet that I have at home is a cinnamon lorikeet, and she's the same colours as this one but more subdued, so like purples and greens. She's very pretty.
Yeah, she sounds it.
And they're very cheeky, these ones. They always want to see what you're doing. Like when you're sitting by the pool or on the beach, they always hang off the palm trees and have a good look at you.
Yeah.
Very cheeky. And then this one is the yellow-tailed black cockatoo. These ones are pretty rare. I've never seen one. I've seen all the rest in the wild, but apart from this one. And they're just absolutely beautiful. They have like black feathers with an iridescent-y blue sheen to them. And yeah, for this table order we've actually supplied the colour chart for this because we used our Swpea and Credit Fred. Just so you can, if you want to make the exact same species that we did, you can use the colour chart as a guide so you get the colours right. But we're only doing this for this design and the animal designs.
Yeah, we won't be putting the colour charts in with all our designs because we encourage people to be creative, and there's so many different sorts of brands of threads on the market that we couldn't put colour charts for everything. But we found when we've got certain animals and birds, people want to get the exact colours right, so that's why we're doing it with these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are their names?
Okay, so I have a bit of a weird thing that I do at Swpea. Any design that has animals on or characters, I just love to name everything.
I guess when you spend so much time designing it, you get attached to them.
Yeah.
You get attached to them,
You
so
do.
of course you
So
would.
these are for little personalities.
Okay, start with the name, Silvana.
So this one is Clara, and she's best friends with Candice at the end. These two are a bit of a cliquey pair, and they're the kind of birds that wear pink on Wednesdays. And then we have Rachel, the Rosella, who's very quiet. She's just a bit, just a bit quiet than the rest. She just kind of gets along with everybody. And then we have Ginny, the galah, who's a bit of a gossip. She's always got the latest gossip on everyone else.
That sounds like right for a galah.
Yeah.
They're the noisy ones.
Yeah. Then we have Lauren, the lorikeet, who's just the life and soul of the party.
She looks like she's dropping in on a party.
Yeah, she's just always doing something crazy, like hanging upside down, having a good look at everyone else. So yeah, that's my
beautiful Swpea.
bird girl gang.
So I believe you're going to we will be bringing out some add-on blocks with the birds.
Yeah, so with these, I just chose the ones that I thought would look the best together, and I tried to stick with the parrots because there's just so many amazing birds in Australia. It was really hard to narrow it down to 5, but I managed to. And we also did it so that you can mix it with this one, as we have 2 beautiful Australian birds on this one. We've got the kookaburra and the emu. And yeah, so you can, if you wanted to mix in some other Australian birds with this one, you can.
Because they've been all these table runners have been sort of designed the same sort of format, haven't they, with the side panels and everything to separate each block. So as long as you make all the blocks in the same size, these are all made in the 6x10s, they match. Although I think this one's bigger, I'm not sure. Anyway.
It just looks thicker because it's got a border.
Oh, it's got a border. Okay, yeah, so they're all 6x10 blocks, so they could mix and match.
Yeah.
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 So talking about mixing and matching, we've got our African Animals table runner that's put along the same theme of the table runner. So Emma is our digitiser here as well, who's designed this one. So Emma, do you want to give us a bit of a chat about how what you're inspired to do these?
Oh, my inspiration for to do African animals is because I'm from Africa. I was born in South Africa, so I thought, well, we'll do some African animals because they're awesome. And also I got some inspiration from our cork as well, the leopard print. So I thought, oh, that looked awesome. So I sort of...
We actually didn't need to use the animal print cork
no,
in there because you digitised the pattern onto plain cork.
But you could use them at, like,
cork
in the little borders that we've put in there just to break it up a bit. So it's really hard. It was really hard to pick just 5 animals for an African animals table runner, but I tried to pick ones that would appeal to everyone. So I've got a giraffe, a hyena, elephant, leopard, and a zebra. So these ones are probably the main ones that everyone knows about, and then I included these 2 is just some extra ones that no one's really thought about. Well, not thought about, but
yeah,
like the poor hyena's not,
He gets a bad rap after Lion King.
Yeah, exactly. But they're awesome creatures. They've got, I think they've got one of the strongest bites of the animal kingdoms.
Yeah. So and you've got his features just downright with that, all of that shading you've got done with the embroidery. It's just wonderful. For example, the giraffe is just made with a plain sort of patterned yellow fabric.
Yeah.
But then all of these features are done with embroidery or this minky type fur applique.
Yeah.
And the eyes that you get on these animals are just amazing.
It helps having really good thread too.
Yeah. Well, you can actually get a really good sheen on the thread too, can't you? I really noticed it on the parrot birds too.
Oh yeah, they
just jump out at you. But that, like the green eyes of that leopard, they're just piercing. He looks like he's just sizing up his next meal, I think.
Yeah, I think Sylvana's given them names. More
names.
Yeah, she's given them names. I think
I have, yes.
Okay, so what are the names of these ones?
So it's Zeke the zebra, Lucy the leopard, which I named after Emma's cat. And then we've got Edward the elephant, Harold the hyena, and Jenny the giraffe.
Oh, very cute. But also with these, they're all done in the 6x10 hooping, and you can mix and match these if you wanted to mix some of the other designs. You thought, Emma?
Yeah, so if I wanted to make, because my sister's born in South Africa and she's lived in Australia, so I might decide, I wanted to make her a runner with African animals and Australian birds and wildlife. You can mix and match them, so they'll all work perfectly fine together.
Or if you didn't like elephants, for example, you could leave the elephant out and put something else in.
Yeah, you could put the meerkat add-on block if you prefer.
Yeah, so that one's available separately, the meerkat, and Emma will be doing some more add-on blocks in the coming future, not straight away.
No.
But but with these panels, you could just choose one. So if your thing is giraffes, for example, you could just make that one panel and put that on the front of a tote bag, or a cushion, or a pillow, or if you're in, animal spots are really popular, aren't they? I mean, I love animal spots, as everybody knows. I'd make a handbag with probably black leather or something and have that at the front panel. Beautiful.
Yeah, we could even do like Andy Warhol and do like 4 giraffes in different colours.
Oh,
Yeah,
awesome.
that would be awesome.
That'd be
Take
be so
inspiration
good.
from anywhere,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, they're great designs. Like together they're good, but even individually they'd be great. So versatile.
Super easy too. Super easy.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add, girls?
We just love animals and we'll be making lots of
Oh,
animals.
there's so many.
Before we filmed, Emma and Sylvan was standing here just saying, "Oh, we can do a sea one and a farm one. We're going to do."
A big cat one. Like
Well,
big
yeah,
Oh yeah, with lions.
we have loads of ideas.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many. So
But
many.
you've got a very long list, so
We do.
Yes.
it'll be a while before you do those. Yeah. But keep those suggestions coming in.
The dragon one too.
Oh, dragon. Why not? You could go mythical.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, well, thanks, girls, for joining us today and letting us know a bit more about these beautiful designs.
I want to show you our Pockets of Plenty tote bag. It's got all these pockets around it. They're made with our Swpea mesh here, which I'll show you in a second. It's all made in the hoop and then assembled with your sewing machine. We've actually made it so there's a little spot here as well. So this is our Swpea ironing mat. If you're going to a class, this bag would be perfect. Actually, I think maybe even a yoga mat might fit in there. Did this so much better off camera. So that fits in there. You can put in your other essentials, your rulers and everything into the bag as well for the class. So it's perfect. Now, what is special about our mesh? Well, firstly, it's special because it comes in these gorgeous bright colours. But other than that, you can see the drape on that mesh. There's other mesh on the market that's good for bags and everything, but if it's not soft like this. It's still strong, but it's actually soft enough if you want to put it in any clothes or anything as well. Comes in all these beautiful colours that we've got hung up here. I don't know if you can see the green. Pretty bright, Swpea colours, I would think. Enjoy.
Attaching a runner or a puller onto zip tape is easy. We're going to use a fork for this. So let's secure our fork to a surface, either the edge of your table, or you could slip it under the mat of your machine, but it needs to be elevated so that we can work under it. Now we're going to take the runner, which has come off the zip tape. We're going to take the runner and it's going to be with the top of the runner out towards us, and we want to wedge it so as that the runner is wedged in the 2 middle forks of the fork itself. Then we're just going to gently push the tape on evenly, and there we have it. It's not hard to do. You got to have a couple of goes of doing it first, and then it'll become second nature. Very easy to do.
Hi everyone, I hope everyone's had a good week of sewing and crafting and you're enjoying the episode of Sweet Talk with Swpea. Last week I put forward a competition for you guys, sent in a photo of your pet helpers, and we got some absolutely amazing photos. Too much cuteness to handle, but we have to come down and pick 3 of our favourite photos. So the 3 best photos, when I call your name out, you guys will receive a $20 gift voucher to use on our website. So lots to play for here. So the first lady's photos that we chose was Denise Fraser. So congrats Denise Fraser, with her cute photo of her 4 little puppies on her couch in front of her Swpea design. I love their little outfits, they're so cute. And I can see that they're really good little sewing helpers during Christmas time. And second up we have Melody Gillespie with her 2 little Dalmatian dogs, looking cute as ever Looks like they're looking up to their owners or something like that. They look like happy dogs in front of the shadow-shaped blocks, which is a nice, cool photo. I love Dalmatians. And the last and not least, we have Pan Phillips with a beautiful fluffy cat next to her sewing machine. I could definitely see her being awesome company while you're sewing, and just a lot of cuteness there. So there are 3 winners for the week. Congratulations, you've won the $20 Swpea gift voucher to use anywhere on the website. This week's photo competition will be following the theme of today's episode, admiring our beautiful animal designs here at Swpea. I've got 3 that we showed earlier on the episode with me, and we've just got plenty more awesome animal designs that you can pick on our website as well. So the competition this week will be sent in a photo of your favourite animal design from Swpea that you've stitched out, and it will follow the same format as the last 2 weeks. You'll send your photo into the email address on screen, and me and Annette will choose our favourite 3 photos to go on and win a $20 gift voucher for the Swpea website. We're really excited to see the ones that you send in this week. We love our animal designs here at Swpea, and we know the quality of work that you guys do, and we just love getting to see what our customers are making at home. So send those photos in. Always lots to play for here, and have fun. A quick note too, photo entries will be closed on the 4th of February. So get in your photos before then. Unfortunately, if they come in after the 4th of February, we won't be able to use your photo in this competition. Thank you.
So thanks for watching Sweet Talk with Swpea. We'll see you next time. Bye.